Hi, thanks so much for tuning in. So glad you guys joined me today. Let's get into it. Today's episode, we are talking all about the 5D Ascension update. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Madison. I am a Reiki master. I do Akashic Records. I also am a medium, and I do a lot of work with helping people tap into their spiritual gifts. So if you found me and you're in the process of wanting to learn how to access your Akashic Records or learn how to tap into your mediumship abilities, I am so glad you're here because that is exactly what I do, and that is exactly what a lot of my 5D Ascension membership is all about. So today we're going to talk about what is the Ascension to 5D and how can we all get there. So a lot of my messages and downloads coming in from my spirit teams and from the Akashic Records lately has been very much focused on this big ascension shift. Here's what I mean by that. Right now we're in the process of a lot of people having new spiritual gifts come online, a lot of people tapping into new abilities they didn't know that they had or that they didn't know existed, a lot of people going through spiritual awakenings. And why all these things are happening, it has been honestly a crazy time for a lot of people because a lot of people are having their entire realities just kind of blown up. A lot of people had a very maybe firm understanding of who they were and how the world works, and now we're in this big period of ascension. And some people are kind of questioning everything. A lot of people are breaking free from religious programming. A lot of people are breaking out of the matrix. And all of that is tied to this 5D ascension shift. So if you guys follow the Schumann is also a great way where you can tell that this ascension is happening as well, because in the Schumann you can tell that some days the Earth's frequency is literally vibrating so high that the Schumann can't even hold the resonance, right? And a lot of that is different spiritual gifts and activations coming online. So there are actually a ton of spirit guides and interdimensional beings that are working to help all of us ascend. So sometimes while you sleep, you're being given new upgrades or new things to come into your spiritual gifts. And as we go through this process, it is so much fun to ascend and to learn how the world works, especially if you're a truth seeker. But it can also be a little bit confusing. So that's why we're here today. We're going to talk about the ascension to 5D and awakening. So first, let's talk about what is 5D. 5D, so right now we exist in the 3D, in the third dimension, where we only believe that the things that we can physically see exist. A lot of people that live in the 3D believe that if things happen, it's a coincidence, not a synchronicity. Maybe people in the 3D don't understand that there's a matrix or that they're trapped in it. Maybe they don't understand that there is spirit guides and angels that are ready to work with them. And so as we break out of the 3D, we're breaking out of a lot of those habits and ascending into the 5D of unity consciousness, unforgiveness, unconditional love, being able to forgive people, being able to have compassion for people who are asleep instead of being maybe angry with them for being asleep. And by asleep, I mean spiritually asleep. Maybe you have a lot of people around you that they're not awakened. They're very much asleep. They're very much caught up in the matrix or the 3D programming, and you're like, oh, that's so annoying. Instead of being annoyed with them, learning to have compassion for the reality that they're existing in, and maybe doing whatever your part is to act as somebody who is ascended in the 5D, so people want to know more about what you've got, right? So other things that are tied to 5D, living in the present. We as humans, we don't live in the present. We live in the past or in the future. Majority of us kind of toggle between one and the other. Very, very few people are fully able to live in the present and to trust in the present moment and to not worried about what's to come or what's happened, if that makes sense. That was a big thing I had to do a lot of work around whenever I was learning how to live a life alcohol free. And so in AA, a big thing is being able to let go of the past, forgive yourself, forgive others, to not worry about the future and to just kind of trust in the present moment. And that was a very important concept to me because I was somebody who was always living in the past or in the future. And if I was in the past, normally it was kind of a depressed energy. If I was in the future, normally it was an anxious energy. And I was just kind of toggling between these two extremes all day long. And it's only been relatively recently that my spirit guides are like, you don't know how to live in the present. Even now, as somebody who can channel and who can access and do Akashic Records readings and connect to Universal Light Force energy through Reiki, you still don't really know how to live in the present. So that's very much something that I'm actively working on my 5D ascension, is to just fully be in the present, not be checking my phone, not be, whatever, and just be able to fully be in the moment that I'm in, and to just be grateful for the moment I'm in rather than worrying about what's next or whatever. Other things in terms of 5D, high vibrational or aligned energy. So a lot of people are jumping on the energy healing train, whether it's Reiki, sound healing, yoga, another form of energy healing, quantum energy healing. A lot of people are understanding that the chakra system really does impact how we work as people, and does really cause or allow for things to be stuck in the chakras that can manifest physically and can keep us stuck in a lower vibration or in a negative mental state. So the concept of unity consciousness, forgiveness, having compassion, being able to live in the present, and being able to have this higher vibrational energy and also recognize when your energy is not high vibrational are all things that are incredibly important as we shift from the 3D into the 5D, and are all qualities of what we refer to as New Earth. So there are a lot of people that already are living and embodying this 5D energy. Yes, they're still existing in the 3D world as we know it, but ultimately they're not embodying that 3D energy. They're embodying the 5D energy of New Earth, of happiness, of living in their purpose, of being a light worker, of stepping into their calling. And that's what a lot of you that are watching this video are being called to do. A lot of you who are finding this video, you are being called to step into your spiritual gifts, to step out of your comfort zone, maybe to step into spiritual gifts that nobody in your family understands. And you are given that soul mission for a purpose and for a reason, because you have a very specific audience that you're supposed to be helping, connecting with, all of the things. And the more you get comfortable being able to do that, the more that you can truly make an impact. Because one of the quickest ways to awaken is to help others awaken through your spiritual gifts or knowledge or downloads or whatever that's going on right now. So let's talk about how to ascend to the 5D. I truly think a really big thing that every single person needs as they're going from 3D to 5D is the ability to connect with spirit guides or the Akashic Records. Not everybody is born as a medium. Most people generally find their way more to the Akashic Records than mediumship, but right now we're definitely seeing a lot of both come up. So I very much believe one of the key things that you need to be able to step into 5D is some sort of connection with spirit guides, some sort of connection with that higher wisdom, where you're able to tap in and say, hey, spirit guides, what the heck's going on? I need some help, all of that. So one thing that I teach in my in-person classes and also in my 5D Ascension school is the ability to tap into your Akashic Records, connect with your spirit guides. And in my 5D Ascension membership, there is actually an Akashic Records message or activation every single month. So every single month we have at least 1 week where we're focused on accessing your Akashic Record, connecting with your spirit guides, being able to seek that wisdom and guidance and knowledge that you've been looking for. Eventually, later down in the curriculum, we'll get into tapping into your business's Akashic Record if you're a light worker. There's so many ways that you can use the Akashic Records to figure out your soul contracts, your past lives, emotional things keeping you blocked. And the things that I see come up in the Akashic Records for myself and for others are pretty much always life-changing. If you guys have watched any of my other content, you know I'm all about how life-changing the Akashic Records have been for me. So that's something that I think is really essential. So if you join my 5D Ascension membership, the first teaching that you get is an activation into your Akashic Record. The next teaching is a higher self activation, where I'm teaching you how to connect with your higher self and how to tap into that higher self energy. So those are two really, really fundamental things. Other things that are to come in the 5D Ascension membership is I do a lot of channel messages for light workers. So a lot of, if you're a light worker and you're not sure what to do next, I normally have at least one channel message every single month that's specifically for guidance for light workers. And I'm also going to this month have an energy clearing activation, where I'm going to teach you how to go in and clear and activate all 7 of your chakras, and also give you some affirmations to work with whenever you have chakra blocks come up. So faster in order to step into that new Earth timeline or into that 5D frequency. But I truly think the Akashic Records, mediumship, connecting with spirit guides, that's a huge thing. And it doesn't always have to be spirit guides. People more resonate with connecting or channeling with interdimensional beings. Whatever it looks like for you to be able to have more advanced beings or angels or something that you're working with to give you that help and guidance is a huge, huge game changer when it comes from going from 3D to 5D. Other things that I think are really important when it comes to going from 3D to 5D is being able to be really honest with yourself about where you're at in your life and where you want to be. So I'm doing a YouTube live on Friday, 8 at 11:11 a.m. I'm doing YouTube lives every Friday at 11:11, but specifically the one this Friday is going to be on manifestation. We're going to be talking about how to activate your highest timeline, how to manifest through visualization, and I'm going to teach you guys all the things that I've learned about how to manifest your dream life, because if you're new to my content, I was stuck in an unhappy marriage, stuck in the corporate world, I was an alcoholic, and now I live a completely different life in a completely different timeline. And I didn't realize that I was manifesting a lot of the things that I have now through visualization until I really started to study part of how manifestation works and how manifestation shows up. So that is going to be this Friday's YouTube live, but there will also be a more in-depth manifestation workshop to come in the 5D Ascension School. So overall, the 5D Ascension School is truly built for anybody who wants to go deeper in their spiritual journey, anybody who's being called to light work, anybody who is really feeling like, okay, I have a purpose and I'm not fully in it because I'm not fully connected with my spiritual side or unity consciousness or high vibrational energy. This is the perfect thing for you. And so every single week there will be new activations, and the goal of this is really just for me to allow you guys to just learn every single thing that I've learned over the past 5 years of awakening and changing my life. And so every single week I'm going to be teaching you guys a new or different mentality to work with, a new activation, a new channel message. And like I said, this is really designed for the light workers, the spiritually awakened, those wanting to step into your gifts. And down the line in the curriculum, we're also going to have things talking about how to activate your higher timeline, how to step into that higher timeline. So if you've just been wanting maybe some guidance or some resources to get you on that path, the membership is very affordable. It is $44.44 a month, so $44.44. So my goal is to make that program less than a night out. So that way it should be affordable for everybody to be able to get 4 activations or teachings every single month. So each activation or teaching comes out to about $11, and there's 4 every single month. You obviously can join at any time. You can cancel your membership at any time. And you also, whenever you join, you get access to the library. So whatever point you join, you're also getting access to all the videos that have been uploaded to up to that point, and then all the new videos to come. So it's really all inclusive, very much some of my friends have been referring to as a Hogwarts, because it literally is like my Hogwarts. I just have this dream to be able to create this platform where anybody anywhere in the world can come on, learn more about their spiritual gifts, tap into their spiritual gifts, and through doing that, be able to ascend to a higher timeline, be able to tap into 5D. And I'm so excited that it's finally coming to life this time of year. So I will have everything linked in the show notes and in my bio to join my 5D Ascension School. And like I said, I hope to see you there. You can always DM me with any questions. I'm also on Instagram, so if you want to DM me on Instagram, feel free. I'm at Holistic Awakening on all socials. So if you want to connect with me in any other way, that's how you would do it. So other things that I have going on, I do have a new offering on Thursdays for the month of August. I have a location in downtown Greensboro, North Carolina, and I am offering 30-minute Reiki sessions for $30 every Thursday in the month of August. So if you are in Greensboro, you've been wanting to try Reiki, a very affordable way to do it. And like I said, I'm trying to come up with a lot of things where I have a variety of price points where people want to, splurge on the retreats and that sort of thing. I absolutely have that as well. But if you're also more into just kind of dabbling, sticking your feet in the water, wanting to try a $30 session or a $44 monthly course, those options are available as well. So if you ever want to have an Akashic Records reading done, I do offer them in person and virtually, and I also work quite a few fairs and just events in the community as well. So that's a little bit about me.